Hey gang, it's me Uncle Todd here, and we are looking at a rather obscure Christmas special. I saw A Cosmic Christmas when I was about 10 on local TV. I only saw it once, and it was an interesting blend of science fiction and Christmas storytelling. Probably because that summer Star Wars had come out, and Star Wars blew everything out of the water, and we got a lot of science fiction TV shows that came out about that following fall, like Quark was one, and it's the one I mostly remember. And of course, Saturday morning TV, now you had like stuff like Space Nuts and what was that one, Jim Neighbors? Flying Saucer or something like that. I didn't feel like looking it up. But yeah, Jim Neighbors and Ruth Buzzy were a couple of robots on a flying saucer. Yeah. Oh, and of course, we had Space Academy, which then morphed into Jason of Star Command. Probably my favorite overall. But we're here to talk about A Cosmic Christmas. And it opens with aliens landing on Earth on December 24th, 1977. They even put that in the little subtitle there in the opening. And the only one that sees this is Peter and his pet goose, Lucy.
Gee whiz. It moved. It moved again.
Of course, Peter tries to tell everybody, but nobody listens to him. They just think he's a goofy kid telling a story. He then runs into a group of bullies led by Marvin, and they get in a bit of a tussle with Lucy.
Get up! Get up!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to come back on Peter and Lucy. But they head off into the woods and find the landing spot of the ship. And they are greeted by three aliens who explain what they're doing on Earth.
Our scientists have recently detected, 2,000 years ago Earth time, in the 79th Mervent, a transitory celestial phenomenon of the Merbundian class.
Yeah, that's probably a little hard for a kid to understand, but they kind of re-explain it as, 2,000 years ago, a star suddenly appeared and then it disappeared. And they're coming to see why. Well, Peter knows exactly what that is.
Heavens.
Oh, you must mean the Star of Bethlehem.
Yep. We are in that rarity of rarities, the religious science fiction story. Peter explains simplistically about Christmas, and these three men who, now that I think about it, do bear a striking resemblance to a lot of drawings, especially with the hats and everything, of the three wise men that show up in Bethlehem for the birth of Christ. Little allegory here, maybe. Who knows? But anyways, Peter, in his simplistic way, tries to explain what Christmas is and decides it'll be easier to show them and takes them to town, but his examples don't really work.
That it's that new store trying to steal my business. Some people will do anything.
Yeah, George. I see what you mean.
Humbug!
Is this love, Peter? Is this Christmas, Peter?
Christmas, Christmas! Call 'em back! Hey, no, better not. Don't want to start a panic.
We better go check this out ourselves.
Right. You go, I'll stay here.
Yes, sir. If they come here...
You come here? Why would they come here? Right. I'll come with you.
Is this peace, Peter?
And... Hang on. What did you say?
Patty the foie gras?
No. Roast goose. I wouldn't mind having some of that.
Is this caring for others?
It is also at this time we get the beginning of our reoccurring gag, in which the mayor wants everyone to know there's no need to panic.
Mayor of this town, I say, keep calm!
Hello.
Everybody!
You've got little green men in your pantry.
Just keep...
Are you sure?
Of course they have ears. Keep calm! Just keep calm!
Luckily, they don't run that gag into the ground. Back to the story. Peter, realizing the best way to explain and show them Christmas is to take them to his home, where he lives with his parents and his grandmother. And of course, his parents are thrilled that he shows up with 3 strange men.
Guess what? We've got visitors for Christmas. There's strangers in town.
Strangers? Tonight?
Peter, I have told you 1,000 times not to talk to strangers.
Hello. How do you do? I am fine.
Well, things are a little tense. But Granny rises to the occasion and welcomes the 3 strangers. And with Peter's encouragement, she tells them how Christmas used to be when she was a little girl. And using their magical powers to apparently create a musical montage, the aliens visualize it. And everybody's happy. Until Marvin exacts his plan of revenge.
Oh, it's Marvin. He's got Lucy.
This leads to a bit of a slapstick chase through the snow. And meanwhile, townspeople have found the spaceship and they've all gathered at it. And the sheriff, of course, is, on the bullhorn, come out with your hands up, that usual thing. And the chase runs right through them. And then they break off trying to investigate the aliens and take out after Marvin too, which leads to a great sight gag. It's quick, but I love it. And of course, Marvin makes a miscalculation and has a bit of a disaster. Being Peter, tries to help. Luckily, the townspeople quickly jump into action and form a human chain to get across the ice, which is cracking. But they don't have enough people. Or do they?
You there! Come on! Help!
He is calling us. He said help. What is help? Help? Perhaps that is the meaning of Christmas.
There's only one little problem.
Their manual defines help as giving a
mouth
lending
off.
a hand, You know we cannot interfere. Yes, but it's time we learned about Christmas.
We'd better
I
hurry.
hope Galax Centro isn't monitoring this section.
And the two boys are saved. But then the mob turns ugly, wanting to punish Marvin. Until Granny steps forward.
Do not understand. Why did he steal the goose?
Because he's no good.
Because he's mean, clear through.
Maybe it's because he was hungry.
How could someone go hungry if this is Christmas?
Because we were so busy thinking about ourselves. We never thought about other people.
And once again, Peter steps forward and invites Marvin over for Christmas. This so moves everybody that the whole family invites everybody there for Christmas. And we have a great little party with a lot of humor, and the police are getting along with the hoodlums, and everybody's happy. And then we end on a very nice note, because Granny had given the aliens the paper angel she had been making for the tree. And when they leave behind a great message for everyone. Isn't that a nice feel-good little film? If the animation looks familiar, it's the same people that did the animation for the Star Wars holiday specials. Remember the cartoon that introduced Boba Fett. This was a Canadian production, which is probably why it didn't play regularly over here in America. But I think it's a nice little special. I find it intriguing that they work in the aspect of aliens from another planet and the religion of Christianity, as they're coming to explore the reason for a star to suddenly appear and then disappear. And you don't normally see science fiction and religious tropes side by side like that without one discounting the other. I know, like, a lot of science fiction from like Isaac Asimov and especially Arthur C. Clarke, they always made the whole Christian mythos a misunderstanding between people on a planet and aliens that came down. Childhood's End is really interesting because there the aliens look like our conception of the devil, and in that they had tried to come down to Earth to help mankind early in its history, and this is what has caused them to view that image as evil, and they're making another return but trying to do it differently. That is ultimately a sad book, but that's for a different video if I ever get into doing reviewing books. There's an idea. Anyway, I like this. This is it's very well made, and it's got a lot of good humor. It's a perfect little Christmas special for children. It's got aliens, and it's got good messages, and some slapstick comedy. You got a pet goose doing things, and yeah, it's just a pleasant little film. I thought I'd like to end the Christmas season with something a little different from all the hack and slash I've done for the past 2 weeks in my reviews. But other than that, yeah, this is something that if you get a chance to see, I think you might enjoy it. It's very charming in its innocence. Well, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And also stay after the credits for my favorite scene. And until next time.
Yes.
We did it! You see? All you had to do was keep...
Hello. How do you do?